if you're bored making the same lunches every week, Clodagh was in the kitchen with 3 delicious sandwichos. Right?
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Doesn't it look like a deli?
Yeah, it does actually. I really like the presentation, indeed. It's lovely.
Hey, I order pastrami and rye over here.
I ordered pastrami and rye on here. Do you know, I was actually last week and I was at home and it was raining and it was miserable and I was like, all I want is a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh.
So then we thought, like, everybody's probably thinking the same thing. We just want gorgeous, comforting
This is comfort
sandwiches.
food, isn't it? This is comfort food today.
So I spent the last couple of days pimping them up. I've definitely put on a half a stone from it. We're doing a grilled cheese, we're doing a BLT, and we are doing a New York bagel with cream cheese and smoked bacon. So we're going to...
This has no right to taste as good as it does.
What, the grilled cheese?
Yeah.
I know, OK.
This tastes so good, it should be arrested.
So good.
So, 2 days ago, I made my grilled cheeses completely different. I'm never, ever going back to the way I used to do them before. So this is how you do it, OK?
Go for it.
So, here I've got mayonnaise. So you spread mayonnaise on one side of the bread. The bread that you smear the mayonnaise on, you fry it in a little bit of butter that you would normally put on the inside. It goes down. The reason why it works so well is because it's oil-based, so it doesn't burn, and it's got egg in there, so it gets lovely and golden. And then what you want to do... and then you put your cheese. I always use cheddar cheese, a mild cheddar cheese on top of it like that. And then a black pepper. Black pepper really elevates the cheese. It elevates the cheese in there. And then what you do then is you pop your faces. You pop the next bit of bread.
Just with the mayo?
With the mayo turned up. So facing up you go like that. OK, and then what you want to do is, I hope I don't mess this up now, you get your little spatula like that and you turn it over. And
is there oil in the pan or butter? Or
butter.
Just butter in the pan?
Butter. The oil comes from the mayonnaise. And then you give it a little squish so that the cheese starts melting. I'm going to come back to that in a second on a low and just let it swim away in deliciousness. OK, now the BLT.
I just took our Lord's name in vain because of that. That is the greatest cheese sandwich I've ever had.
Me too.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's delicious.
So good. It's the mayonnaise. And how simple is that? OK, the BLT. We've got to move on to the BLT because this is probably
I'm not sure I can live
better.
my life the same way after that.
I don't even think I want to move on.
No!
So I've pimped up the BLT by making roast mayonnaise. So what you do is you get a bulb of garlic. You can either half it or do the whole thing if you're going to use all of it. Cover it in tin foil, roast in the oven for 25 minutes, and then it just squeezes out like this.
I love that.
Look at that. It's like garlic puree. And honestly... oh, my God, it's so good. It's so intense. It's so round and smoky and yummy. You pop it into regular mayonnaise, but no longer is it regular mayonnaise, folks. It's like...
You've elevated it to the next level, haven't you?
Elevated it. Completely elevated it. It's so good. So pop that to the side and then over to the bacon. So I used to live in America, right? And
she used to live in America.
I used to live in America like every other Irish person.
their bacon, isn't it? In America,
It's
they have
unusual
bacon.
for an Irish person to go and live in.
Exactly.
Their bacon is so much more fattier, but it comes out crispier. Have you noticed that?
And also, they put maple syrup. So I used to love the maple-cured bacon. So for my BLT, what I do is I just brush the smoked streaky bacon with maple syrup. Then you fry. And look at that. Oh, my God, it's glistening. You pop it onto a plate. But do not clean...
eat a pan of that.
Do not clean the frying pan. You keep
Look
the
at
frying
that.
pan like this. You've got the maple syrup, you've got the bacon fat, and then you pop your bread...
So you're not wasting anything.
...in it, and you're toasting your bread in bacon fat. And it comes out looking like this, OK? And now's the build. You've got your roasted mayonnaise. Just go for it. I mean,
how many calories are we talking today?
Oh, who cares? It's the winter. We can cover up with jumpers.
Yeah. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. And then you've got to have crunchy... I use the, gem lettuce, but you could use iceberg lettuce. It needs to be crunchy for the texture. Tomatoes, make sure you season your tomatoes. Make sure they're out of the fridge for at least a half an hour. I mean, this is for the end-all BLT. Tomatoes, go on, squeeze them down, then put your bacon on top of it. I feel like I'm missing one thing. Oh, a tiny bit of basil, if you have it. But you know what? It's actually not essential. Let me just put the basil on
I'm sure
there.
it makes a lot of difference, that, though.
I think it does.
The basil.
Squeeze it down, so pop that there.
Honestly, it's lovely.
OK, do we have time for the last one?
We have time.
OK, so
really
the cream
enjoying this.
cheese. So when we made the tea, we made a little mini-series for this morning.
Yeah.
Called, an Irish woman in New York.
Yeah, we saw it.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was great.
So we went to this place called Russ and Daughters that do the best cream cheese bagels, and I used to go there when I was like much younger, when I was over living in America. And anyhow, this is what they do with their bagels. So they whip up their cream cheese like this. Or this is what I think they do with it anyhow. They dice up their bacon. So the bacon is all chopped up into little pieces. What did I say?
Bacon.
Bacon salmon. Sorry.
A bit of salmon.
Bacon on the braid. Smoked salmon goes in here. And then these are cornichons. Or you could use gherkins. Every supermarket sells them. So they used to be fancy and now everybody can get them. If you can't get these, you could use capers. They give amazing sour.
Lovely taste.
They bring the Jewishness into the bagel, which is needed. The Jews know how to make their bagels the best in the world. In go the fresh dill.
Yeah.
And then we've got lemon. Then you toss all this together.
Oh, good.
And then you pop this on top. And then the last thing you want to do is just smear it all around. I love a toasted sesame bagel. And then you just want a little bit of salt.
Bit of seasoning.
And pepper.
Are you ready for this one? Yes, Clodagh! Should be on Strictly, should be on Strictly. Clodagh should be on Strictly.
Please call her up for Strictly.
That's amazing. Oh, I love you. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, you've done such a good job. Those are... I've never tasted those tastes before, have you?
Not like
good,
that.
Oh, it's delicious. Well done,
So what was
Clodagh.
your favourite?
The first and second.
Grilled cheese and the BLT?
Yeah.
Well, BLT is the best BLT I've ever had, but still...
The grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese is the best.
Amazing. Listen, for all those details of today's recipes and more delicious
Thanks,
ideas from our chefs, download our free This Morning app.